Mark Consuelos of LIV has thrown away his note cards following Stump Mark, where Survivor presenter Jeff Probst managed to stump him. Mark, co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, demonstrated his daily trivia game during a recent show. Kelly and Mark were joined by Survivor presenter Jeff Probst to play. The caller offers two distinct assertions in Stump Mark. Mark needs to determine which of the two is true. Except this time, the caller was replaced by Jeff. Jeff made two claims. I worked at a lot of jobs when I was a teenager and got fired for most of them. And I won the lip sync competition 3 times in a row when I lived in Wichita. After Mark guessed erroneously, Jeff yelled, "Give me the mug." That meant Jeff was taking home the coveted live mug that so many other contenders had been vying for, and Mark was officially out of the running. As Mark leaped to his feet and tossed down his cue cards, the audience applauded him. As he turned to leave in a mocking rage, Jeff leaped into his seat and proudly displayed the t-shirt he had also won. Kelly recently inquired about Mark's well-being after he made an error on air. It seems that Mark misplaced the name of a hockey player he was thinking of. Kelly and Mark discussed a few of the day's topics early in the program. "Extremely exciting news for Patrick Lundqvist," declared Mark. An uncertain Kelly answered, "All right." The name Mark had provided was incorrect. He was speaking of Henrik Lundqvist, a former professional ice hockey goalie from Sweden. Mark corrected himself, as if realizing his error, saying, "Henrik Lundqvist? Who's Patrick?" he continued. Kelly asked her husband, "Are you okay?" with a hint of concern in her voice. Though he laughed, Mark responded, "No, I'm not okay." His wife went on in a frustrated tone, "He's been on this show. You've conversed with him." As a joke, Mark said, "He's very handsome too." He announced the hockey player's induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame as he carried on with the piece. Kelly recently posed a question to the audience on Live with Kelly and Mark. What got into them? When the two hosts entered the room, the audience was raucous. And now, to kick off the show, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, stated Deja Vu, the host. Walking out arm in arm, Kelly, 53, and Mark, 52, waved to the spectators. "Oh my God," could be heard from Mark as he turned to face the audience. The entire crowd was standing and giving the live hosts raucous applause. Kelly and Mark took a seat, but the audience remained standing. Upon surveying the room, Mark noticed that every person had stood up. "Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. November 13, 2023 is now. Greetings." Rolling up her sleeves, Kelly said. "This group is crazy today," Mark told his spouse. "They're crazy. What possessed you all?" Kelly queried. The audience applauded and laughed as Mark introduced the day's first topic. On the same program, Kelly criticized online commenters who make assumptions about her eating habits. The hosts talked about longer films and how some theaters are considering adding intermissions. Kelly told the audience, "Hollywood is now calling for intermissions at theaters." She then said that in order to see the second half of the film, you need to purchase additional snacks. "What's your favorite snack?" Kelly asked Mark. "I'm obsessed with buttered popcorn and dots," she said. "And I don't want to hear it." Kelly laughed along with Mark and the audience, raising her hands and repeating the sentence. "I don't want to hear about how I'm supposed to put. What are the chocolate-covered peanuts called?" Kelly asked, turning to face her husband. "Goovers," one of the crew members named her. "I don't want to hear about how I should put the goovers and the raisinets in the popcorn and mix them together." Mark said, "Moo," as if the combination piqued his curiosity. "I like what I like, ok," stated Kelly. "I like my buttered popcorn separate and my box of dots separate." She said, "I don't want to hear it." "Agreed," Mark said. "Because I intend to spend the entire day trolling Instagram. You ought to give it a go." "Shay," yelled Kelly. "You put your goovers in your popcorn and Godspeed." The words, "These are my snacks," came from Kelly. "My snacks aren't chosen based on your tastes." "All right." She nodded and leaned back, saying, "Thank you." Kelly concluded by expressing her frustration with others dictating to her what to eat.